I'm everywhere.
Is me drinking this going to be a problem live?
Never. Sip away.
Oh, he's rolling right now.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Oh,
That's gonna.
holy Santa Claus shit! Let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Well, gentlemen, in the Las Vegas Trump Hotel,
Trump Tower.
Yep.
We're here.
In Trump Tower, we got. I think it's episode like 113, 114 of Rizzology.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of yammering sometimes, and just like just
I get it.
just hanging out with good people. So welcome. We had an eventful morning. Everybody, we had an eventful morning.
We had a great morning. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Excellent vibes. Yes. A little stress for a second. It was a little road
This
bump.
is completely my fault in terms of the stress and anxiety because Darin decided to stir the pot and rush me and Nick, and I then gave Nick shit.
I will say exactly what happened as well. But I will also say I did tell Nick before we received a text from Darin, don't let people steal your energy, and he let people steal his energy.
Stole all of it.
Yes, he did. He did allow that. So it's okay. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him on a pliability routine and a breath work type of a workout when we get back. It's good. Breathing exercises are good. So essentially what happened this morning, we're doing a little bit of a scramble right now because we're going to go walk the expo floor at the Olympia. We're at the 60th Olympia.
It's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't been into the expo yet, but I'm looking forward to it because there's some cool brands. People in the space are doing some interesting stuff, and
it's nice. It's nice to see.
It's always fun to see like the mutants that are out there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the mutants are what put asses in seats.
That's right.
Nobody wants to see like string beans. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to see the string bean walk out. They want to see the dude that weighs 400 pounds and is bone shredded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the vibes are cool at the expo. Expo's always been cool. Being that I was usually not on the sales side of the expo and the supplement side, it's kind of cool to be able to go there as a spectator fan to actually go witness the expo and not be like, oh, we got this appearance, we got this, we got this, we got that. So it's actually kind of in some ways relaxing to not have to be on that side and be on like the more meeting side because Applied Nutrition is actually ramping up, doing their thing. Yep. And I mean, there's a lot to talk about on that side, but let me get to the morning. The morning. Last night we came back to the hotel, security.
Everywhere.
Yep. Smacked.
Frankly, everywhere.
See? Frankly, everywhere. It was crazy. And then obviously you start putting two and two together.
Yeah.
Trump's probably in town, which is pretty crazy because we were not obviously expecting it. We're here for the mutants.
Zero understanding that Donnie would be in the building.
Now, crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it. So we came in. They had a field day with me with all my camera gear.
Yes.
Dude, the dude took that lens cover off the sensor, and I just went, oh, I was like, he saw me cringing. I just went, oh, please don't have your thumb slip in and touch the sensor. And he goes,
how long did it take you to get through?
Oh, it took at least 10 minutes. Yeah, at least to get through the soul check. My personal, yeah. Because I got wanded. They just like, I took everything out of my pockets. I got wanded. I went through the metal detector. And then on top of that, they had to take out every single piece of equipment out of my gear bag. And then not only did they take out every single piece of equipment, they opened up every camera and every lens to look through and make sure that there's not anything through it.
Oh, you got an anxiety attack for sure.
Yo, listen, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, listen, I get it. And even when I'm at the airport and I travel internationally or I travel even domestically, they stop me a lot of the times because they're just like, "Fuck, you got all these batteries, bro. Like, what's with all these batteries? Why? What do you work for Duracell? Like, what's up with this?" So I definitely get it. It's a security thing. And listen, people 3D print guns. Like you could get through with no metal showing and still have something that can be fatal to somebody else. So totally get it. So we're doing all that, whatever. So we all dispersed last night. Yep. And then obviously we were destined to meet this morning for our podcast. Now, I went downstairs because I wanted to go get a coffee. It's actually pretty ironic. I went to the little barista right by the elevator. Yeah. And then she didn't have iced coffee. So then I went around to the bar, to the restaurant. I got iced coffee from them. And then I walked back. And, listen, Secret Service, bro, they're watching everybody. They're looking around. And that's their job. Like, I get it. Yeah. So, like, they're just watching me. And I walked back to the little barista that's by the elevator. And I just went, oh, you know what? She's only got like Danishes and shit. I should go like get some actual food. I was like, and so now I'm thinking in my head, like, do I look sus?
Going back and forth between the restaurant?
Yeah, like what?
Elevators.
Fucks this kid. And I'm wearing the same hoodie and the same shoes and similar shorts to last night. So they're probably like, fucks this dude still dressed the same way, like walking back and forth. Like, what's up with this guy? So I start walking back to the dining area, and the guy goes, "Oh, making the rounds, huh?" And I went, yeah. I said, "Listen, man, wanted iced coffee. She didn't have it. I had to go back and forth." I said, "I'm here for the Olympia." Yeah, I said, "I'm here for the Olympia." I said, "So I can't just have it Danish. I got to get like some real food." He starts laughing, joking around, and then I ate. And then as I came back, I said, "You know what? I'm thinking we got a lot of cases of drinks." Obviously, Spencer wanted to get rid of those shaker cups.
We got to get rid of them. Yeah.
He wanted to get rid of those shaker cups. So I said, "You know what, man? I know that I was talking to the guy, just friendly, just having a conversation. I said, "Hey, man, I don't know if I can. I got to check with my guys." I said, "But I think we have a couple of cases of drinks and, this and that." And he just goes, "Bro, we would love that because we got 12-hour shifts coming up and this and that." Okay. So I said, "Okay." So we ran over there, but then there's checkpoints and then trying to get the same Uber. And then you're stressing Nick out.
Guess what? So our Uber named Nick.
Yeah, named Nick.
And we had him twice.
Nick to the third.
Nick.
Nick to the third.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
So then we got back and here we are.
That was the story?
That was the story. I mean, I think it's a pretty good story. We have the Secret Service hopped up on
good.
ABE, Baddie Berry. And I'm hoping Don gets one
what
too.
You guys got?
We got a couple of cases of like the Blue Lagoon.
Case of each. Yeah.
Did you give him a case of each?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Case of each.
And a bag of shakers. That was on him.
Bag of shakers.
Okay.
And pre-workouts. Yeah. Dude, that kid that was
I challenge anyone to challenge any of these guys in fights downstairs hopped up on caffeine.
Oh, it's over.
It's a wrap.
No, it's a wrap.
Yeah, try it. Seriously.
I guess I didn't even realize that they're all pulling 12-hour shifts. Like, yeah, you're gonna.
A lot of those guys I saw last night.
Yeah, they were pulling 12 hours. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, the amount of security downstairs was palpable.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was
felt.
Like, yes.
It was felt.
Yes, very much so.
Both present sense and figuratively.
For sure. But necessary during these times.
Yeah, man. But listen, any political
These times.
I just broke the fourth wall.
That's okay. Yeah, you got to make eye contact every now and then. Let them know that you're still there. Hey. The kid that was asking us about one of the athletes from Bev's, he goes to Bev's. That kid. He lives in Garden City. That's why.
Oh, he goes, "Do you know Sadiq?" I'm like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah, we know him. We're familiar.
Yeah.
Shout out Sadiq.
And that's why he was just like, "Oh, I live in Garden City. I go to Bev's." I'm like, "Oh shit, look at that."
That's interesting.
Yeah, right? All the way.
So then definitely knows ABE.
And if he didn't,
now he
does now.
He does now.
He does
I mean,
now.
All Black everything's taking over.
I was going to say, I think he's gonna see it. He'll recognize it, and then when he's back home, he's gonna see it all the time. You know how you see that? You're like,
oh yeah.
I'm interested in like a new Toyota Tacoma, right? And then every truck you see is basically a Toyota.
Obviously,
Tacoma.
your phone's listening to you, so now you're gonna get hit with all my ads. So you're welcome.
Exactly.
I do want a Toyota, so I want to get rid of my BMW so bad.
There you go.
That's actually one of the things I got to do when I get back. I got to fix that car.
You ever see that skit where the guy's like, "Your phone's listening to," and he's like, "Millions of dollars, millions."
Yes, yes. Winning on the slot machines. Darren, what are you playing? Are you going to try to play a hand of poker?
You know, I've been here for
big roulette guy.
Two full days.
He hates that I said roulette.
2 full days. And I haven't gambled yet. I do anticipate probably playing at least some blackjack. I like playing blackjack when I'm here. But I know you said roulette.
I just said it because it's easy. He judged the hell out of me when I said that.
Black,
you know,
baby.
when someone says I come to
Mamba.
Vegas and I love roulette, it means to me, and this is not a slight at you, it's like I don't understand gambling.
I knew he was going to say something like unsophisticated.
slight,
I was going to say it. I don't want to cut him
Some dumb
off.
shit.
Yeah.
Some dumb
It's like,
shit. Yeah.
I don't understand gambling because it's
Hillbilly.
about the odds. It's
Hillbilly.
about the odds. Roulette is the worst odds in Vegas, and so
Is it? It's like 50-50.
no, it's not.
If I put it all on red or black, isn't that just 50-50?
no, because you could have green and then you fucking
Oh,
lose.
you're right. I totally forgot about green.
50-50.
So what if I put one on green and one on black?
Then you break even every time, or you could lose both of them on green.
Fuck. All right, so I'm just not gambling at all.
So it's blackjack is typically where you want to stay because your odds are higher on blackjack.
I lose every time I play in blackjack.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I've taught my 6-year-old daughter how to play blackjack. She has her own
dealer corner.
Well, I created like a house tab for her.
Oh,
so
shit.
she builds up cash over time, and I have poker chips, and so if she makes like 150 poker chips, she can like take money out of her house account to go like get ice cream, or like if she gets like 2,000, she can get a new toy. But yeah, that's how I am raising my daughter.
What if she starts owing you money because the house always wins?
I'm pretty nice, so she usually beats the house. Just to be honest, if she runs out of money, it's like, oh, here's a couple more chips.
At what age do we swap that? And now she's like forced to realize that the house usually wins.
I would say probably around 10.
Yeah. When she starts asking for more expensive items.
Probably.
And ice cream isn't the only thing on the table.
Yeah. Once the little plastic toys kind of go away and it's more like, give me a Nintendo DS or like, those big expensive Christmas items. That's when it.
Well, now that you said it, and how much are we dealing out today? He starts fucking dealing real hands. That'd be awesome. Actually, on the topic of that kid being in Garden City saying now he knows ABE, we need to learn who ABE is. We've been doing a little bit of education with people about what it is, what the brand is. Now, I'll be honest, when Nick brought me on and I saw ABE, I didn't really know the brand. I wasn't really too familiar with it, but obviously then you start looking into Applied Nutrition, you start looking into the parent company, what they have going on, and then obviously the push that we have in the coming months of just new products, new flavors, I guess you could say companies or sub companies, whatever you want to call it. Yep. But I mean, listen, you guys are integrated into the actual funnel of what it is. So take it away, please. Educate us.
So All Black Everything, not Abe, by the way. Abe's a person that nobody knows, and a former president. Frankly, tremendous president.
Tremendous president.
But All Black Everything in the UK is the #1 selling pre-workout in all of Europe. So Applied Nutrition is maybe one of 4 9-figure businesses in sports nutrition, if that. Yep. So absolute behemoth of a business over there. They make everything from pre-workout to pump to protein porridge, cream of rice, oats, every certain category, convention, delivery method you could think of, gels, dissolvable tablets. I'm running out of breath. Like it just keeps going. And like it's just one of those things where it's an absolute beast of a company. Yeah. And then Applied Nutrition brought their ABE line over to the States. So I said ABE line. It's in the UK, a product. In the States 2 years ago. Now ABE, All Black Everything. So Whey ISO, All Black Everything, All Black Everything Pump, All Black Everything Creatine. Some really fantastic placement, as the head of sales will tell you. But in terms of brand visibility, messaging, shelf placement, how we stand out on shelf, and also messaging, social marketing standpoint, it wasn't where we thought it should be. So our new CEO, Aaron Heidbright, who brought us all in, thank God, or else I'd be jobless. Love you, Aaron. Shout out, Aaron. Love
all
you,
praise the Lord. And Aaron.
Aaron. We
and
love
Aaron.
You. You're the man. So we just rebranded the All Black Everything pre-workout and repositioned it to what it originally is, and that is a singular product. All Black Everything is a pre-workout tried and true, punches you right in the mouth, 350 milligrams of caffeine, and then the kitchen sink of performance ingredients on top of that. And then with that, though, we're repositioning what I like to call the Black brand in a different sort of way, which we can't divulge right now. But that, let's call it, skin of the product will be consistent across the pump, the energy drink, the protein, the creatine, and a few other exciting products too.
Yeah. No, I mean that's exactly what we're doing. I think a lot of what the team did in the past, right, was the reason that ABE became a line, even in the U.S., or became a brand in the U.S., was because we can't use the name Applied Nutrition. Someone else owns that right to that name
in the States.
In the States.
Oh.
Or else, of course, we would have leaned on that UK naming convention to enter into the States, but someone else owns it, and apparently didn't want to give it up for cheap. So that said, we are now, this current US team are operating under the brand name of AN, right? So just AN by itself. And so what you'll be seeing from us, and what we actually announced yesterday on LinkedIn and social media, is in another line extension outside of our current kind of, I would call this our Black series internally, in AN Performance. And then really next week, we're going to be announcing our exclusive specialty retail partnership that we are launching, this performance line with, which we are extremely excited about. These are the things that this team has really been heads down working on since we got hired on in March, and just been next level in brand story development, understanding the consumer, understanding the pricing, understanding the category, and positioning us to really leverage the Applied Nutrition team in the UK and bring some of their expertise over in a way that fits with the US market. And so all of us have been really from the leadership level all the way down to, pretty much everywhere in the entirety of the organization are people from within this industry that have an absolute passion for sports nutrition. And there's tons of knowledge in the space. So we're excited for the team that we put together. We're excited at the direction and the strategy. We shared some of that with some of our partners this week, and everyone's aligned. So just kind of building the momentum is really our story from now until next fiscal year.
And one of the things I forgot to mention too, and Aaron likes to make this point, and I think it's extremely important to talk about, is one of the reasons why Aaron decided to take this job as CEO of Applied Nutrition, or ANUSA as we call it, is just one of the larger factors is we're vertically integrated. We make our own stuff. We own our entire process from start to finish, from sourcing raw materials to labeling to bottling to manufacturing to flavoring, everything. And
out of curiosity, just to stop you there, how many other companies do that?
Very few.
Yeah.
Very few. When I say prominent brands, the majority of them do not have that capability whatsoever. We are one of very few who can not only market the hell out of products, sell products, but we can also make those. So having the ability to do all of these things and all of these capabilities, and really having a strong suit of finding trends and having the unique skill set of just jumping on a trend in a snap of a finger and being able to make chewable creatine, being able to make the first ever liquid CreoFlow creatine that we have the sole rights to and created ourselves. So having these skills and this talent of a business, that is just such a huge upside and a huge tool for us to not only take advantage and continue to dominate over the water pond, whatever the fucking phrase is, but now in the States to where it's like, hey, we find an unserved market here in the States. We're going to dominate from an athlete standpoint. Very confident in that. Not only are we going to dominate in a license standpoint, flavor collaboration, but also from a sales standpoint. We're very confident in our sales staff, and Darin can speak to that. I'm just the marketing guy. But just the team that Aaron and Darin have put together here, Spencer, who's sitting on the floor right here, who is an absolute...
You guys can't see him. Man, he's handsome.
Absolute
Crazy.
machine, and just again, talent on all levels, and just the excitement that I've seen from... And again, I've been in marketing for quite some time, and I've been running expos, and I've been in the sales meetings. This is the first time in my 12-year career in sports nutrition where I saw people come in and say, holy shit, everyone's talking about you guys. The first time. And I've been with a lot of cool brands and with a lot of hype around it. Yeah. Not to this level. So it was really gratifying to me, and I wish Aaron was here to kind of share that, because we had a lot of people come in and genuinely be like, holy shit, dude, you guys are going to fucking blow up. And that's not one of those things where it's like, I hope we do. I'm very confident. And I think everyone else is
And
too.
just so people know, and I want to let you say what you're going to say, Darin, but just so people know, when we say that the company is going to blow up and you guys are going to do some amazing things, you guys have already been doing that in the UK for a while now.
Yeah. Over a decade.
Yeah. So it's, which I wasn't familiar with, obviously. So it's like the UK market has been dominated by Applied Nutrition, and now making the push for the US is going to be a whole nother beast for them to just come in and kill.
Yeah, and on one last note, to make this perfectly clear, I'm not talking out of my ass. These all the things that I'm saying are validated over a decade of success, and not just Thomas started a supplement store, and he started Critical Mass in that product, and it just took off from there. And the UK team has done an amazing job of building such an amazing workflow and a platform for us to try and make this business a success, which we're very confident that it will be. And we're partnering up with quite hell of a retail partner exclusively, which will be announced next week, which we're very excited about. They've really given us a nice padding to really make that jump. And we're all super excited about it.
Yeah. And to be completely transparent, we've all talked about this too. Which is no one's really done this before. And when I say no one's done this before, I mean, there hasn't been a crazy success story of really strong UK or foreign brands coming back into the US to be successful. There's been US brands that drive the market and then go global and are successful, but nothing's really happened that way.
In the reverse order, almost.
Reverse order. And so we we are taking a lot of pride and a lot of thought around how can we be one of the first teams to do this in the history of sports nutrition. Like that is something that we have dialogue on, which is people have tried this before. What can we look at to see what they did wrong? What can we look at to see what they actually had some success with? And how can we, knowing this industry specifically in the US, be able to leverage the UK manufacturing chops with our marketing chops, our partnership chops, and be able to drive this home. And a lot of it has to do with the UK kind of giving us some leash, right? Having understanding that, okay, how you are successful in the UK or even on a global scale is different than how you can be successful in the US. US is a lot of branding. US is a lot of marketing. US has a different level of formulation chops in a lot of specialty retailers, relationships, pricing models. The great news is this team has experience across the board, from specialty grocers, whole food grocers, to FDM, big mass retailers, digital, Amazon, all omni-channel kind of vision. And we've all kind of done it before. And so that's what gives me a lot of confidence in that what we're bringing to market, these various lines that we've been working on, have the opportunity to be successful. And so that's exciting.
The one thing too is like holy shit when you take a step back, and I think you can attest to it too, is like we're like, oh, we're talking about applied nutrition. He said lines. Yeah. It's plural. Mm-hmm. This isn't just like a product line that we've been, kicking rocks and like, we have a launch date.
We have our pre-workout and we have our protein.
Yeah, no,
it's deep.
And the thing is like each of these lines, right, is geared specific toward a specific niche consumer. This isn't just like a 6 grams of citrulline and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Like everything is deliberate, from the formulation to the labeling, to the design, to the marketing, to the audiences, to the podcast that we're doing, our licensing partners, the bottles that we use, the feel of the product, the messaging. Every product and category has a specific message and purpose. And that's what I think gets lost in this space, is that everyone's just throwing shit against the wall and nothing's done deliberately to serve to specific markets and people.
Yep.
So if you can do that, if you can separate yourself in that matter, in that headset, I don't see why someone or some team with a backing like Applied Nutrition, partnering up with the right retail partners and digitally, it's a really good recipe for success.
And that's the piece of it, of like even just like the internal team. The external partners that we've also brought on that are helping us do this are also like extremely critical. I want to shout out to like NutriMedia, who has been, most people that follow
in the industry,
ABE, or even follow the industry or follow our look and our change, like they, along with our internal designers, both here domestically in the US and in the UK, helped create. So we had 3 teams help create kind of the new look of the ABE on shelf for Walmart, to give it that pop, to give it that modernness, to have easy flavor call outs, to bring forward our informed sports certification, because that's a standard on every line that we're going to create in the US. That's just who we are as individuals. And so like we're instrumental on that, and various things that you'll be seeing in the future coming from AN in the US market. And so like, again, we are bringing our friends along for the ride, and some of I would say our messaging, right, within AM Performance is we want to build a community, but we don't want to build like a community of just athletes that enjoy taking our products. We want the type of individuals that like lead and then grab their friend and take them with them, right? We want the individual that's not gonna like, the guy that looks good and gets led into the bar. He gets the clip of the velvet rope, but then he just like leaves his friend. And fuck that guy. We want the guy that's like, no, I'm not going in unless my buddy goes.
Yeah.
Like that's the group that we want to surround ourselves with. And that's really what we built. Ben and Mike from Price Plow, like I called them with some crazy ideas on the AM Performance line, and we just dove in deep. I had wish lists. They said, yeah, here, this could be interesting. We had great conversations. And AM Performance, which we're going to announce more detail on in the coming weeks, is I think some of the best formulated performance products. I'm an ex-athlete. Most of us are ex-athlete. This line speaks to the forever athlete. This is a line that I feel comfortable giving to. I'm a high school track coach too. It's a line that I feel comfortable giving to like my high school kids because it's not cracked out like a lot of stuff you see on the market. It is literally for output and performance. And so these types of things that we're doing, we're extremely passionate about. And you know, I'm uniquely in a position here where I haven't been in other organizations I've worked for in the past, where I'm helping formulation. I'm helping I mean, I think you guys saw me in my element yesterday when it came to taste profiles. I care so much about every single SKU tasting as great as it possibly can to match whatever flavor I'm trying to go for, to give you that experience.
Yeah, we had V1, we had V2, and we were mixing them and trying both and seeing what you can bring up in the profile to make it taste different or better, or what makes it worse, and we don't want that.
And so, and that's another change, right? Like, we are working with US flavor houses for US branded products that we're launching here. In the past, something that we've seen from UK brands that come here is they use their flavor systems that were successful in other countries in the US. And that doesn't always necessarily work.
And I know you've mentioned this to me, but why doesn't that always work?
The US flavor palette demands relatively more sweetness for someone to consistently enjoy the product they're taking. You have to match what's on the shelf, right? And what they're used to if you're going to win that customer over. And I think we''ve done that with a lot of the new products that we're bringing to the market. We're retooling some of the old ones in the market to fit the palate needs. And so again, it's a labor of love at the end of the day. We all love this industry and what we're doing, and we're just trying to showcase that more as we continue on this journey.
And so I know you said coming from obviously Applied Nutrition, there are some products that are coming from their line over here that you just have to reformulate.
Yeah.
And what has that process been like? Have you hit every SKU to make sure that each one is reimagined for this market?
Yeah. So for the most part, like when it comes to this new line and performance that we announced, all of that is specific to the US market. Like, we really formulated that based off the needs and based off of what we see in specialty and where we think that line will fit. ABE is a line that really already existed on the Black Series. Will we retool that in the future? Potentially. But right now we have specific retails that we sell into. And anytime you make a formula change, you change UPCs, you have to reset up, they have to put in their system. It's a whole cascade. So anything net new, yeah, we're heavily involved with changing over. But right now it's really just the stuff that's currently in market are the current SKUs and the current formulations. Those aren't changing. We're just giving them the facelift that they really need, correcting the branding on it. But a lot of the net new stuff is where a lot of the innovation and fun US specific, I guess, expertise are coming in.
You had mentioned a couple like the formulation, like the specific ingredients that you guys are excited about that are going to be going into some of the new formulas. Anything that you can disclose? If you can, it's okay. I'm not looking. Is there any ingredient? Because I know we have talked about a couple, and I don't want to say any out loud without.
I'm happy to say some SKUs, and
it's not even SKU. I'm not even looking for that. I'm looking for some of the ingredients that you guys are excited that you haven't seen done. Maybe.
I mean, in terms of performance, like we know that as ex-athletes, focus and cellular energy are two very important caveats to products that would be successful in someone that's demanding performance, endurance, and output. So we love Cognizant as a acetylcholine product. You'll be seeing that featured in a lot of the AM performance line. Peak ATP is another ingredient that drives ATP within the system, like exogenous ATP. That's another one that I would call out. But again, every one of these products is made for sport or gym. And so it's very much a versatile experience for, I would say, the forever athlete, or I guess a lot of the term these days is like the hybrid type style athlete, someone that wants to be able to be functional, run, but also wants to train and build that muscular resistance training for longevity and the performance that they need in whatever sport they do, right? And so that's really the type of individual that we focus on for the AM performance line specifically.
And so you have AM Performance, ABE, and then is there another one?
There is a line that we're developing.
Undisclosed.
It hasn't been announced yet,
Okay.
but that line is one that's going to be kind of a fun flavor forward line. I think that's all I can probably say about that line right now. But yeah, there'll be 3 separate lines based off channel, based off customer need that we are focused on accelerating in the new year for sure.
So we have AN Performance, hybrid-based athletes, high rocks, lifting, jiu-jitsu, all that, life. We have ABE.
Yeah, I would say that's your more hardcore, high caffeine tolerant individual. I like to call them the dopamine chasers, right? Those the guys that love that dopamine, that want to feel it in the gym. That's really where that ABE or all black kind of line is really resonating. That's a specialty play for us. That's gym play for us. And so a lot of the upgrades and label, look and feel, and the straightforwardness of what that means to individuals is what we're going to work on defining here in the very near future. And
that's tried and true because it's been out. It's been around.
Yeah. So like, and that's another thing too, is like, we talk a lot about the AM performance line that's coming out. And I don't want any of the bodybuilders watching this, like the category of pre-workout was created, built off the backs of bodybuilders. Yep. Pre-workout, protein, creatine, bodybuilders. 100%. But there's an underserved market with actual performance athletes. Now, with the AM performance line, like you said, extremely versatile. This pre-workout can do both.
Yep.
Just like your best girlfriend. So like,
hey-o.
Find you a girl that can do both.
Exactly.
Right?
Hey-o. So, but my point being though, like he said, we have that versatility within that line, and that goes across the board. On the black series and the black line, like this is for the hardcore bodybuilder, the hardcore lifter that wants pre-workout, pump, creatine. That's the industry's roots.
Whey protein isolate, like an isolate, pure form of protein. Right?
Yeah, and we're not afraid to, we're not shying away from that whatsoever. Like our foot is firmly on the pedal still there.
Yeah.
There's just
an untapped area.
Yeah, and there's a substantial amount of other things that we're doing. But rest assured that like hardcore category, that's a big play for us as well.
It'll always be taken care of.
Exactly.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. And then the third line that we mentioned is just really that is the AN.
Don't say it. It's okay. Don't even say it. No, don't even say it.
Okay.
It's okay. Leave it as a mystery.
But yeah, but that one's another one we're really excited about. It's the flavor forward line, but for that customer base that we're targeting is really that entry.
When you say flavor forward, what does that mean?
Tons of different flavors. I would say we're gonna have tons of different licenses within that set too that we've been working on behind the scenes.
Emphasis on tons.
Honestly. And this is before we even have products in market. We've secured a lot of license for this line, which is going to drive a lot of excitement for us as well.
Are you saying, Spence? Yes.
Also too, like the one thing that I will say, just from a high level holistic viewpoint, is that I think people, when they dive deep into creating product lines and formulations, they over engineer, or they dive too deep. And I think sometimes, like, just keep it simple, stupid, right? Mm-hmm. And I think when it comes to making a good product line and a good family of products, flavor matters first and foremost. Yep. That's what gets them in the door. That's what makes them stay. Yep. So if you have really great branding, you have really great labels, you have really great placement, really great relationships, that's great. If your product tastes like shit, they're not buying it again.
No one's buying another. So, they may buy an initial tub, but they're not buying a second.
But exactly.
And you're not in this to just have a one hit.
Yeah. So like not talking playbook here, but like if you can get them in the door with sick branding and marketing, if the product tastes fucking amazing, if they have a sense of community and belonging, you have a really long road of success. And that's really from a high level what the thought process is there.
What are your guys' favorite and perform? You could talk about the and performance, like the actual stuff, but obviously not the third mystery line. But what are your favorite products that are, that you guys would utilize on a daily basis?
Yeah, within that line, there's gonna be there's a lot of stuff coming within that line. But I'm someone that really enjoys pre-workout.
This is a guy that has had probably 15 servings of pre-workout each day we've been to the Olympia. Not since we've been here, each day.
I have a high caffeine tolerance.
It's dead inside.
He needs to be studied. He needs to be studied.
However, I would say the pre-workout for me is the formulation that I'm one most proud of, and two, the flavors that we developed for these are great, and they hit a lot of. We have a lot of different SKUs kind of launching all at the same time, which people will see in the coming weeks when it comes to flavor options for you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hit that. Oh.
Damn, housekeeper's gonna hate that.
Yeah.
What did Mr. Rizzo do in here?
But because of also I would say
right
the other reason I love this product is because not just because of the flavor or the formulation, but because of how we made it, which is for someone that enjoys running, that likes to go play, pick up games of basketball. That if I had more friends in Boise, Idaho, I'd love to be on a softball league.
I'm not moving.
Right?
I'm not moving.
Yeah,
Come on.
We're not moving. Yeah, move to Long Island. I don't know.
But there's but like
see.
those are the types of things that I like to do. Like I like to be athletic, and I created a product that I don't have to be stimmed out of my mind, but I can get the athletic benefits from, let's say, one scoop of the product. And then if I want to go train, which I also really love, resistance training, I can take 2 scoops and still get that pump, blood flow, focus, endurance, performance that I really need. And so they support each other, right? In my forever athlete quest to be able to tie my shoes when I'm, 85. That's kind of the goal.
How are you on that path so far?
Every time I tie my shoes, I feel like my hamstring's going to pop. So that's where I'm currently at. But, yoga is in my future.
There you go.
Yeah, I think in terms of my favorite, I mean, secret's out. We're making a pre-workout, shocker.
Yeah.
But to make it perfectly clear, like that one scoop, 2 scoop thing, like I don't want anyone to like misunderstand here. That 1 scoop it's a good feel, it's great. That 2 scoop, like when I tell you dialed in, tunnel vision, I think I texted you and Ben and Aaron on multiple occasions, like, and to the point where you're like, dude, we get it, it's great.
Yep.
But like, I can't tell you how I've never been so dialed in. I'm not just saying that because I work for the company and I love my job. I mean that genuinely. I've even formulated my own pre-workout and it was pretty kick-ass. It's not even fucking close. Like the performance and the focus and just the tunnel vision that I have when I take this product, it's tremendous.
Clean.
It's
so clean.
And like every brand likes to say no crash, no jitters, whatever, bro. Yep. I mean it. I mean it genuinely.
Yeah.
Like there's it doesn't taper off, like it doesn't crash. It's just like you're amplifying your training on such a high level and it tastes so good. Like I can't, like it's ridiculous. But really excited about the pre-workout. And then we have other categories that we're playing into that move very well. I don't think it's a shocker if
say protein.
Yeah. But protein. But yeah, no, the one thing that I can say here without saying too much is really leaning in on flavor, in a very unique way that no one really has ever tried to do or has done yet. And telling those flavor stories, is very important to us. Not just from A&N Performance, but from the Black brand to whatever other brands we try to come up with and do launch, leaning in on flavor. And again, just from a marketing standpoint, not to dive too deep, is like the communities within those brands too. Yeah. That's really important to us.
Yep. And I would say like just to draw a distinction of like how we view the business too. I think there's a lot of talk about collab in the market, right? Like they did a collab with this, we did a collab with this. We're very straight shooters. We love flavor. We are doing flavor licenses, right? That's what we're doing. We are understanding the license that we are partnering with. We are diving in deep to that flavor, and we are doing everything to make it taste like that flavor we are licensing. That's where we are drawing that distinction. And I think that some of the ways that we're going about this are unique to the industry that really haven't been done yet. But I'll leave that for future marketing efforts to explain some of the fun stuff behind the scenes.
Pressure.
So speaking of marketing, we have obviously next week is a big week for the announcement.
Very big week, yeah. Excited.
Big week for the announcement, and then obviously bringing on athletes,
Yeah.
influencers,
Yeah, man.
celebrities, just like a lot of different people that are going to be talking about the brand in the coming,
Just
let's
a
just
few.
say 6 months.
Yeah, within the next 6 months, I can say confidently you'll see. I don't even want to call them like splashes. It's more of like what's the word I'm looking for? Tsunamis. Like it could get quite
And
big.
it's sensitive to Japan. It's crazy.
Yeah, sorry.
How do you guys do like Joe Rogan piss breaks? I got to pee so fucking bad.
I mean, we're almost. Truth be told, I think we're almost done.
Okay.
We're gonna go. It's 9:37. So like, let's wrap on this. Honestly, it's 9:37. We could always do another podcast.
All right.
It's 9:37. We got to go walk the show floor. We got to
Gotta
get
do
back
it.
over there. We got to get back through security. But now they're all,
I gotta get my shit upstairs.
yeah. We got to pack up in
Forgot
here.
about that,
But okay, so let's go around the horn, starting with Nick. How can people follow you? How can people get in touch with you guys and like follow the journey? And then obviously end with Darin.
Why I'm gonna start because I got to piss super.
All
bad.
right, go.
All right. I'm not even kidding. I've literally drank so many energy drinks already today. I'm about to piss my pants.
Today it's 9:30.
Yeah, I know. I've had like 3.
Spence.
All right. So my name's Darin Decker. You can find me on social media.
And Grindr. Sorry.
Usually just I'll age myself. I'm just on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. But it's
Loves LinkedIn though.
Legendarin01 is where I'm at on Instagram. LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn.
I knew he loved LinkedIn.
LinkedIn guy.
I don't do a lot of business advice, but I try and repost as much business stuff as possible, and it's a great tool. But yeah, that's really where you can find me.
And
That's
did you
about
say your title with?
SVP of, I would say, commercialization at this point? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nick Karalekas, Director of Marketing. You can find me at nick.karalekas on Instagram. And mic drop. But yeah, we're super excited about everything we have going on. A lot of things in the works that we can't talk about, but one thing I can say is that and Spencer kind of said this when we had the team in Texas for the first time, is like, and this isn't like a cocky thing. This isn't like, oh my God, yeah. Like we're not just here to play. We're here to win. And we want to do that in a big way. And we're confident we can do that. We have such a great team. And the brief shout out to the UK team, by the way. Just the leadership and the flexibility, the understanding and the willingness to let us do our thing, and to have Aaron, give us the confidence to bring in people like Darin that gave opportunities to me, Spencer, to shout out to DDP, shout out to Matt, shout out to Fernanda, the glue that holds that place together, Meg, everyone, Jordan that we just hired on board, Bryant, who just did an amazing job with all the labels, and he's been really kicking ass, and just everyone that's doing such an amazing job, and just really, really happy to be part of the team, and we couldn't be more excited. So shout out to the team first and foremost.
Yeah, and obviously to scale something like that and bring it up to fruition out there and have the push now for the U.S. market is it's something that's commendable, man. It's tough. It's a tough business. You got competitors everywhere you look. So to make yourself actually stand out from the pack and continue to scale. Hey, baby, welcome back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
No, it's okay.
No, I
It's okay.
was just laughing at myself
fine.
because I peed for so long, and then I realized like how bad I'm pitting out in this shirt.
Oh, you're okay.
Pit sweats.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oof.
Like it's like
That's like me level.
that's like
I'm
I
disgusting.
don't pit out that much.
Am I-
Yo, D,
No.
I appreciate the nervousness for Rizzology, but we're just hanging out.
You know what it is?
What is it? Tell me.
It's the shirt that you're wearing.
Yeah.
It's not great, and it's not winning.
It's not.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's true. It's not
What a great
breathable.
sweatshirt.
It's not breathable.
I mean, guys, the apparel it's coming.
Hint, hint,
Yeah.
hint, hint.
So yeah.
All right,
We're-
let's wrap on this because we're gonna carry.
Oh,
wow, you're just
God,
showing
dude,
everybody now.
put
That's
your-
crazy. That's gonna be the thumbnail. That's wild. Applied Nutrition team nervous. Why?
That is disgusting.
Yo, I appreciate.
can't
Yeah, I'm
unsee
gonna have to
that.
change my shirt, bro.
Yo, I appreciate you boys.
Appreciate you.
We're gonna do more. We're gonna do some more in-depth ones. I'd love to get.
I'll come by
Obviously,
the office, yeah.
you come by the office. I want to get some in-depth on your background, what you've gone through, done, experienced.
I'm a psycho, bro.
It'll be good. It'll be awesome. Obviously, you too, Spence. I appreciate you just being here, hanging out with us.
Shout out to Spencer. Hold on, really
out,
quick.
yeah,
No,
shout
no,
out.
seriously. I'm not kidding here. No, I'm being serious.
He's
You're
waving
waving
it
me
off.
off.
Don't
I'm
wave it
waving me
off.
off. First
Don't
of
wave it
all, veteran, thank you for your service. 2,
Yes.
the man is an absolute machine, and does such an amazing job building relationships and uplifting his team and just being there for his teammates. So shout out to Spencer for doing such a killer job.
Shout out to Spence.
Doesn't get enough credit.
The most mission-ready person I've ever met in my fucking life.
Yes.
And I swear to God, if any of you
Cursed me out this morning because I didn't invite him.
if
to
any
come
of you
get
try to
energy drinks
spot
for the
him when
Secret
he's
Service.
grinding a rep out, it's over for you.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me. That happened.
And again, just shout out to the team. Everyone's done such an amazing job and has been very just understanding and such team players just across the board. So sorry.
Go ahead.
It's like a fucking Grammy speech. Shout out to Aaron. So the guy's done a lot for all of us, and again, doesn't get enough credit. So thank you, dude.
Definitely going to get Aaron on the show.
What a bootlicker.
Sorry, I'm just trying to do the right thing.
I was going to shout out the rest of our team because we're doing so much as you sorry. I had,
Double shouts. I love it.
Yeah, we need to shout out to the team because there's not many of us in the U.S., right? And so we're doing all these things. We're doing so much. There was a team in place before we got here, and we just kind of came in like a wrecking ball, right? And that's always hard. Fernanda, who oversees, she's our head of operations. She is the glue that holds everything together. Fabiano, Meg, all at the office. Bryant, our designer. DDP, who's overseeing our international business right now. Like he is a driving force off of what's really allowing our business to continue to build like this because he's driving a lot of revenue for us. Yeah, we just have a whole bunch of people on the team. On my team specifically, I have Grace on the NPD side of the business that's been helping me, guide me, and set up a lot of these meetings and these ingredients. And she helps communicate with the UK. So it's a whole operation over here that's been pretty amazing. Spencer, we already shouted out, right?
You got everybody?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, while you were peeing, I already did that, just so you know.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. He did that exactly. It's basically what you just did.
Damn.
See,
okay.
not so much of a bootlicker am I now.
I just said double shout out, so you're good.
Yeah. And I thanked you, by the way. Did I thank him?
I always touch different parts of it.
It's okay.
Wow. On that note.
Breaking the fourth wall again.
Yeah, you got to stare at them. All right, on that note, we got to go. We got to get over to the expo. We got to
Doing the Jim Halpert.
You do the Jim Halpert? You're breaking the fourth wall.
On that note, we got to wrap it up.
We do have to wrap it up.
Frankly, tremendous.
Episode 113, Rizzology, sitting down with the Applied Nutrition boys, AN Performance, ABE, All Black Everything, secret third line.
We are just AN.
AN.
That's who we are.
AN. So we got the AN boys hanging out. Darin, Nick, Spence. I appreciate you guys for hanging out, talking it up.
Thanks for having us on Rizzology.
My
Assalamu
absolute pleasure. Appreciate all you guys. Please follow them. Please go support and try out the products. We'd like real feedback. Just try the drinks out, see which flavors you like. Let us know if there's something that you may not like. But I mean, the flavors are pretty kick-ass. Everything's spot on. And I've been enjoying working with them on the obviously content video side of things, and then just getting to know everybody. I knew Nick for a long time, but getting to know the rest of the team more.
That's a wild story.
Isn't that crazy? We could definitely tell that another time. Holy shit, that's an hour podcast all in itself. But
My bros.
I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. But for now, peace.